Alright people, listen up. I'm sure you may or may not have heard of Arias Brian. If you have, you probably know what he's done. However, if you haven't, this video here will explain. Before I get into Arias Brian's actions, I'd like to point out the fact that he has multiple accounts. Some of these accounts include Arias Brian USA, NATO Arias Brian, European Arias Brian, United Nation Arias Brian, Australian Arias Brian, and more. However, he is most active on the Arias Brian USA and NATO Arias Brian accounts. These two accounts contain almost all of the evidence against him, which is why I searched these two accounts the most. This does not mean I searched all the other accounts for more evidence. Unfortunately, I did not find anything useful there. Now let's get into the actions of Arias Brian. To begin with, he reports people without reason. This can be shown in his video on the NATO Arias Brian account, which the video was titled, I Report Great Lakes Federation Again, where he reports a YouTuber by the name of Great Lakes Federation. No valid reason was provided for said report. Instead, he adds to the more information section of the reporting sequence by calling him the N-word over and over again. Next up, he frequently uses the N-word in videos, comments, and even saying the N-word in a live stream which was managed by a YouTuber named Erga121. After that, he leaks people's faces. However, a majority of these are fake. You're probably thinking, surely it can't get worse. In that case, you'd be wrong. He harassed a person until they just left YouTube entirely. This person in particular was none other than Great Lakes Federation, the same person who was falsely reported by Arias Brian. Great Lakes Federation also claims Arias Brian had stolen his videos, to which there was no evidence on any of Arias Brian's accounts. This doesn't mean that there was no evidence, as Great Lakes Federation had posted photos of his removal requests on Arias Brian, specifically the NATO Arias Brian account, along with a screenshot of YouTube emailing him about one of his removal requests. He also said that in the process of filling out the removal request, he selected a feature which was immediate takedown notice. This feature immediately takes down the infringing video and sends a notice to the creator of said infringing video about the removal request. A week after the copyright strikes, Great Lakes Federation released his final message. The reason why he quit was because of a person who leaked his city name and threatened to steal his videos. And while that was happening, Arias Brian celebrated it like it was the end of the Second World War. To end it off, Arias Brian has not yet been banned, but with all of the evidence against him, it may not be long before he's given what he deserved. From extreme cyberbullying to complete racism, the Arias Brian scheme is bound to collapse soon. I'd like to apologize for the video having to be this long, but I had to gather all the evidence for this crisis. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all in the next one.